am Shoma Moitro, Assistant Professor, Pragati College of Education, Shalbari, Shiliguri, Darjeeling. Today my point of discussion is learning resources, its meaning and types from Unit 4, Course 7A 1.2.7a for second semester, B.Ed second semester. So learning resources. See, every day each of us go on learning something from our day-to-day life. Being a teacher, being a student, being a businessman, whosoever, being a housewife, every day all of us go on learning something. Now, when this term learning comes inside the classroom, two pictures come in front of us. One is teacher, another one is student, isn't it? Now, think of a science classroom. In science classroom, teacher's role is very important. We know the objective of science teaching is to develop scientific temperament, scientific attitude, rational thinking among the children. So inside science classroom, teacher's role is very important. Although old notion of a classroom where the learners are sitting quietly and teachers up front pouring knowledge into their brain, nowadays is just absurd. Nowadays, teaching learning process is learners oriented. Student is perform key role in this learning teaching process, and teacher's role is a facilitator. Anyway, being a facilitator, teacher has to have enough knowledge regarding science. Not only teacher, any person, student or any other person, those who want to have enough knowledge regarding any subject, some sources must be there, isn't it? So if I ask you, what will be those sources if someone want to enrich himself, being a teacher, being a student, if we want to enrich ourselves, so how can we get those information, get those knowledge from which sources? If I ask you to say some example of some sources from where we can get information, I know the foremost point will come from your side is book. Yes, very true. The most important source of knowledge is book. Now when book comes inside the classroom situation, books means textbook, isn't it? Now apart from textbook, other books are there. Those are called as reference book. So other sources of information is reference book. Now see, apart from textbook, reference book, we can get information if we go through different journals, different magazines, even newspaper. We can get enough knowledge. We can get different information if we go through all this material. Now see, nowadays the most important thing which give our information, from where we can get information and knowledge is internet, isn't it? If we go on surfing Google, if you go on surfing YouTube, we can get enough information. So all these things from where we can get information, these are called resources. These all are material resources. Now you see, for getting information, sometimes we go to other person. Like suppose I am going to a person, an old man who has got enough knowledge regarding science or any other subject. So that I can ask various questions to him and I can get knowledge and answer of my question. So that person will be called as human resources. So all these are material resources, but when a person will provide us knowledge, that person will be called as human resource or human resources. Now you see the definition of learning resources. All these resources are called as learning resources because we can get enough information from these material resources as well as from human resources. So all these resources are called as learning resources. So what will be the definition of learning resources? You see. So we can say the source which are used for gathering information for gathering information for effective teaching or learning is called the sources which are used for gathering information for effective teaching or learning is called learning resources. So see, the sources which are used for gathering information for effective teaching, if in case of science teaching will be used, this definition will be used as the sources which are used for gathering information for effective science teaching or learning is called learning resources. Now another definition. Now another definition goes like this: learning resources are text, audio-visual materials. Text, video materials, digital aids, which assist us in effective transaction of curriculum content, which assist us for effective transaction of curriculum content. So it is another definition of learning resources. So what are learning resources? Learning resources are text, audio visual materials, digital aids which assist us for effective transaction of curriculum content. Now various other agencies are there learning resources in different manner. Many definitions are there. One of the most relevant definition which was given by Department of Education Canada, where it is told that learning resources refer to any person. Learning resources refer to any person. Any person or persons. Learning resources refer to any person or persons or any material See, any person or any material, whether it is acquired or it is locally produced, with instructional content. Just get the point. Instructional content should be there. Instructional content that is used for. Instructional content. Instructional content that is used for instructional content that is used for formal or informal teaching learning processes. For formal and informal teaching learning processes. Teaching learning processes. So this definition was given by Department of Education Canada, where it is told learning resources refer to any person or persons or any material, instructional content, any material with instructional content, with instructional content that is used for formal and informal teaching learning process. So all these are definition of learning resources. So I hope you have understand the meaning of learning resources. Now let us discuss types of learning resources. Okay. How many types are there? How many types of learning resources are there? Let us discuss about that matter. Types of learning resources. Types of learning resources. How many types are there? Let us see. See, during starting our discussion, I asked you what could be the sources. Then first point came into our mind is textbook and reference book. So these kind of material reference are called as printed resources. Printed. So first kind is printed resources. Printed resources. And under this category, see, different types are there. Number one, we got books or textbooks. Number two, reference books. It is textbooks, okay. Now reference book. Reference books. Next, we can get information from magazine, journal, newspaper. magazine, then journal, then we can get every day if we go on searching newspaper, reading newspaper. It is very important source of getting knowledge. It is another learning resources. So all these are printed resources, isn't it? Now see, non-printed resources are there. Number one is, it is non-printed resources. Non-printed resources. See, different kinds are there. Number one, chart. Very often we use in our classroom. Next one, model. It is very important for our science teaching. Model. It is another kind of non-printed resource. So another kind is the chart, model. Then other points are there like radio, television, then motion picture, isn't it? From radio, it is one also that non-printed material, non-printed resource. Radio, television. Then motion picture. From motion picture also we can get knowledge. Motion picture. Then other points could have come in your mind. No. Then most importantly, improvised apparatus. Improvised apparatus. Then we can get knowledge from laboratories also, no? Laboratory. So all these are non-printed resources. Now see, through co-curricular activities also we can get information, we can enrich ourselves. Especially for science, what we do, that in extracurricular activities or co-curricular activities, like most importantly science exhibition, isn't it? Science exhibition. Then science fair, isn't it? Science fair. Science fair. So many other various points it is coming inside your mind, I know. Then excursion. When you are going to excursion, then we can get different kind of information regarding science. If we visit science museum, isn't it? Science museum. It is another source of information. And excursion. So all these are co-curricular activities from where these are also very nice resources, learning resources for science. Now, most important nowadays, most important information is that computer and technological resources. Computer and technological resources. Computer and technological resources. So, in this category, so it is very well known to us, that is internet, website, isn't it? Internet. Different websites are there. website. Then social networking, like very importantly Facebook, from where we can enrich ourselves. Various informations are there. That is Facebook. Social networking, that is Facebook. Now see, some amateur publishings are there, like blog, like YouTube. So blog, YouTube, amateur, these are called amateur publishing, YouTube. Now different other the presentation softwares are there. Very importantly, it is very well known to us, that is PowerPoint presentation. It is presentation software, PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint presentation. So all these are computer and technological resources. So all these are various types of learning resources. First one is printed resources, second one non-printed resources, third one co-curricular activities, and fourth one is computer and technological resources. So all these are various types of learning resources. There may be many other points that will come to your mind. You just go on adding all those points in this category. So I hope you have understood the meaning and various types of learning resources. So thank you so much. And if you have any question, you please ask. In our next session we are go on discussing regarding that question. Okay.